My students had the Smithsonian Fellowship related assignment of going to the National Portrait Gallery, part of the Smithsonian Institution, to view an exhibition entitled Recognize Hip-Hop and Contemporary Portraiture. And I selected it because I thought they would enjoy something about hip-hop. I don't know anything about hip-hop. I told them, you'll have to tell me. And someone later told me how clever of you to give them ownership of the project, but it was simply that I don't know anything about hip-hop. So we went, and the exhibition is made up of a number of art forms: oil paintings, video, installation art, graffiti. They had a hallway full of made-to-order graffiti by hip-hop related artists.
For many students, they knew the myth, but when they went to the museum, they actually saw the myth in the art objects. For example, they knew the myth of the Ramayana, but when they saw the epic landscapes at the Royal Jodhpur paintings at the Sakla Gallery, they could now visualize the monkeys crossing the bridge over, and Rama and his brother Lakshmana crossing the bridge to go, crossing the ocean to go over to kill Ravana. And they could visualize that in the paintings. The paintings were incredibly beautiful, they were incredibly vivid, and they will never lose those visual images again of the epic of the Ramayana.
Well, yeah, first thing I did with my students was I asked them how many of them had actually been to the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. And out of about 15, I guess 10 had been there. I tried to explain to them that the exhibit that they were going to go and see, which was the Ice Age exhibit at the Smithsonian, was about 35 years old. The Smithsonian is very good about their science. They really do know science. But the point is that the science was different 35 years ago than it is today. And so what they were supposed to do was describe what was at the exhibit and then go and look online or go and watch Al Gore's movie and see if they could find something that was current, and then use what I would describe as scientific methodology to compare the two, and then come up with a conclusion, but not about climate change itself, but about what does this say about science? What's the nature of science? In fact, the assignment was called The Nature of Science.
Traditionally, all of the different disciplines are divided up into separate silos. For example, you have the social sciences, and then you have the natural sciences, and then you have the other sciences or arts in these separate disciplines. And this fellowship program enables us to take elements of each one of those and blend them together so that there is a truly interconnection, not only for the professors, but for the students to see this through the projects that they've been asked to produce in this program. It's genuinely the 21st century perspective on what the educational system can become.
The advice I would give to fellows is to hone their museum projects during the summer before the fall implementation. The reason to do this is that they can observe the museums at least once or twice more in order to articulate and visualize how the museum project will fulfill the objectives of their courses. I would really recommend that they do this before the fall semester begins in order to make modifications or changes if they need to.
What the program does for faculty is it gives them an opportunity to innovate and to try new things, and that becomes very exciting for the students. And when the students go to the Smithsonian and they take ownership of that space and they learn that they have access, that is a permanent lifelong gift that will follow them throughout their time here at Montgomery College and throughout the rest of their lives.
The Smithsonian Faculty Fellowship Program, fostering innovative teaching and experiential learning at Montgomery College. For more information about the Paul Peck Humanities Institute's Smithsonian Faculty Fellowship Program, visit our website.